Your paycheck just hit your account. For about 5 minutes, you feel rich. Then the bills start rolling in. Rent, car payment, groceries, subscriptions you forgot you even signed up for, and suddenly your bank account looks like it went through a tornado. But before you click away because budgeting sounds boring, restrictive, or complicated, stick with me. Because today I'm going to show you exactly how to build a budget step by step, even if you've never done one before. And by the end of this video, you'll have a simple system you can start using today to take control of your money. Let's get into it. First, let's clear up the biggest misconception about budgeting. A budget is not about restricting your life. It's about telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Think of a budget like GPS for your money. Without it, you're just driving around hoping you end up somewhere good. But with a budget, every dollar has a destination. And once you understand that, budgeting stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like control. Step 1 is simple. You need to know how much money you actually make each month, and I mean the amount that hits your bank account after taxes, not your salary before taxes, not what your employer says you make. Look at what you actually receive. For example, if you get paid $2,000 every 2 weeks, that equals about $4,000 per month. If your income changes every month, like freelance work or tips, average the last 3 months of income to get a realistic number. Write that number down, because that number is the foundation of your entire budget. You can't plan your money if you don't know how much is coming in. Now comes the step most people skip, and it's the reason most budgets fail. You need to figure out where your money is currently going. Pull up your bank statements from the last 30 days, then go through every transaction. Yes, every single one. Your goal here is to categorize your spending. Things like housing, food, transportation, entertainment, subscriptions, shopping. And here's where people usually have their first big realization, because once you actually see the numbers, you might discover things like, you're spending $400 a month eating out, or $120 on streaming services, or $300 on random Amazon purchases you barely remember. No judgment here, but awareness is powerful, because once you see the truth about your spending, you can start making intentional choices. Next, divide your spending into 2 categories, needs and wants. Needs are things you must pay to survive and function. Things like rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, insurance, transportation to work, minimum debt payments. Wants are things that improve your life, but aren't essential. Things like dining out, streaming services, shopping, gym memberships, entertainment. And here's the important part. This step isn't about eliminating fun from your life. It's about understanding where flexibility exists in your budget. Because when money gets tight, your wants are the easiest place to adjust. Now, let's talk about a simple budgeting framework that works for beginners. It's called the 50-30-20 rule. Here's how it works. 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% goes to wants, and 20% goes to saving and investing. So let's say you make $4,000 per month. That would look like this. $2,000 for needs, $200 for wants, $800 for savings and investments. Now these numbers don't have to be perfect. Some cities have higher rent, some people are paying off debt, but this framework gives you a clear starting point. And the goal over time is to push more money into that 20% savings category, because that's what builds wealth. Here's a rule that can completely change your financial life. Pay yourself first. Most people do the opposite. They pay their bills, spend what's left, and save whatever remains, which is usually nothing. Instead, flip the system. The moment your paycheck hits your account, automatically move money into savings or investments. Before you spend a dollar, this could be $200 into an emergency fund, $300 into a retirement account, $100 into a house fund. The amount doesn't matter as much as the habit, because saving first ensures you're building your future every single month. Now it's time to assign spending limits to each category, based on your income and priorities. For example, rent, $1,500 groceries, $400 gas, $150 dining out, $200 entertainment, $100. This step turns your budget from an idea into a real plan. And here's something important. Your first budget won't be perfect. You might underestimate groceries, or forget certain expenses. That's normal. Budgeting is a process of adjusting and improving over time. A budget only works if you actually track it. But here's the good news. You don't need to check it every day. Just set aside 10 minutes once a week. Look at your spending. Update your categories. Make adjustments if necessary. This simple habit prevents small spending problems from turning into big ones. Think of it like checking your GPS while driving. Small course corrections keep you heading in the right direction. One of the most important parts of a budget is something many people overlook: an emergency fund, because life will throw unexpected expenses at you. car repairs, medical bills, job loss. Without savings, those problems turn into credit card debt. But with an emergency fund, they're just inconveniences. Start by saving $1,000, then gradually work toward 3 to 6 months of expenses. This is the financial safety net that protects everything you've built. If you want budgeting to actually stick, automation is your best friend. Automate your savings, automate your bills, automate your investments. Why? Because relying on willpower is unreliable, but systems run whether you're motivated or not. And the more automatic your finances become, the easier it is to stay consistent. Finally, review your budget once per month. Ask yourself 3 simple questions. Did I stay within my spending limits? Where did I overspend? What should I adjust next month? Your budget should evolve with your life. New job, adjust your income. Moving apartments, update your housing category. Pay off a debt, redirect that money into savings. A budget isn't a rigid set of rules, it's a living financial plan. Before we wrap up, let's talk about 3 mistakes that ruin most budgets. Mistake number 1, trying to cut every fun expense. If your budget feels miserable, you won't stick with it. Leave room for enjoyment. Mistake number 2, forgetting irregular expenses. Things like car maintenance, holiday gifts, annual subscriptions. These should have their own category. Mistake number 3, giving up too soon. Your first budget will be messy. That's normal. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Building a budget isn't about spreadsheets, it's about freedom. Freedom from financial stress, freedom from living paycheck to paycheck, freedom to build the life you actually want. And the best part, once your budget is set up, it takes less than 10 minutes a week to maintain. So, start today. Open your bank account, write down your income, track your spending, and begin building a plan for your money. Because the sooner you control your money, the sooner your money stops controlling you.